Welcome to the age of enlightenment. Today, I want to talk about the significance of the emergence of Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America. Before I begin, I want to introduce myself as usual. I am Chris Mack. I am a God. Through my thoughts, through my words, through my feelings, and through my actions, I create my reality. I am a nobody. I came from nothing, but I am whom I am. Right now, my reality is to bring truth and to speak truth to humanity. I know right now the world is like, what is going on? How come United States of America is re-electing a man such as Donald Trump to rule one of the most powerful nations on planet Earth? But the truth remains that we all have to, accept what has happened. It is not within our control. It's not within the control of any human. We have to congratulate Donald Trump. I personally am congratulating President Donald Trump as the 47th President of the United States of America. Reason being that I understand the significance and the role that United States of America is playing today on planet Earth. Take it or leave it, United States of America is one of the greatest nations right now on planet Earth. And as far as significance, power, and control is concerned, United States of America is playing that role to keep the world together, whether we like it or not. There is no nation under the planet Earth right now that is close to what the Creator has in mind as His will for planet Earth. There is no nation right now. The only nation that at least has somehow tried to build a system that I will say is 10% close to what the Creator, God the Creator, has in mind as His will for planet Earth is United States of America. And the reason why I say 10% is because United States of America is a land where humans, no matter where you are, no matter your race, no matter your color, are allowed to express their God-given free will. There is no other nation on planet Earth existing right now today where humans can freely express their God-given free will and become whom God created them to be. The only nation that has built that system is United States of America. Reason being that the ability of humans to express their God-given free will was something that humans obtained by themselves through their choice. as captured in the biblical scripture in Genesis. when Adam and Eve decided out of their own free volition to eat of the fruit of knowledge, the fruit of good and evil. The significance of that is that human, being that we were created in the image and likeness of God, and we are gods, we chose to make our own free will. And even God, the Creator himself, would not intervene or interfere when it comes to our ability to make a free will and free choice. And being that we are humans, and our true nature is that we are a spirit being, having the same characteristics and features of God the Creator himself. We are immortals because our spirit does not die. Even when we leave this earth, we transit into the spirit realm. The energy we came in with into this planet Earth goes back into the spirit realm, and we continue until we reincarnate again into another realm. It could be this physical realm again, or into another planet, mental planet or physical planet, or both, right? Because there are many other planets, not just this earth. Being that we chose to function as God, that is having the ability to make decisions and choices between good and evil, because that is what makes you a God. Your ability to make decisions between good and evil is what differentiates you. That's what makes you a God. And that is the challenge God, the Creator, goes through every day. That is what makes him a true God. Right? And that ability comes out of free will. When we are faced between a decision of good and evil, right? We could choose to navigate towards light or choose to navigate toward darkness. That is what makes us God. Forget about what religion might have taught you in the past. I'm not a religious person. I'm a spiritual person, highly spiritual person. I know, I'm not against religion, because religion was the foundation that, helps humans to, have a false inclination and false insight towards spirituality, right? But at some point in your religious pursuit, you should wake up into spirituality, right? Because if you don't wake up into spirituality, at some point in your religious pursuit, you will be frustrated. Because religion is like taking a shark or a whale and putting that whale in an aquarium, a little box. That shark or whale will not grow beyond the size of that aquarium. But when you take that same shark or the whale and put in an ocean without limitation of expanse, you will see that the whale or the shark will grow so big to its full potential. So the aquarium signifies religion, which has limitation, which doesn't allow you to question things, which imposes on you doctrines for you to just believe, don't ask questions. Religion doesn't even help you to know God. Religion tells you don't need to question about God. You don't need to want to know. You don't need to know him, right? But the ocean is the spirituality that exposes you to the full potential of your true self as a God being, as a spirit being, without limitation. So the will of God for planet Earth is to have a place, a physical place, governed by time, space, and matter, where humans could exist and function as gods without limitations and without any adequacies. and be able to express their free will. That is the will of God for planet Earth. And the only nation that has come close to building a system that allows humans to express themselves is United States of America. And I tell you what, without United States of America today, I'm not sure that planet Earth will still exist. Reason being that in 1940, when, Adolf Hitler, started the Second World War, and, he went crazy and was trying to capture the whole world and was killing people and stuff like that, causing destructions here and there. He went after United Kingdom, Britain, as at then. And the truth is, if you go back to history, he was going to conquer Britain. He has leveled Britain. Winston Churchill was already like, come on, man, begging United States of America to step into the war, and United States of America wasn't ready to step into the war until Japan now went and triggered United States of America by bombing Pearl Harbor. That was what brought United States of America into that war. And United States of America stepping into the war, ended the war. Because that was the time when, for the first time, Hitler made a mistake. One of the mistakes Hitler made was to go after the Jews. He went after the Jews, and as at then, the Jews were the ones that were forerunners of scientific discoveries, technologies, and every stuff, right? In Germany then, they were so powerful. Hitler went after them, chased them out of Germany, and United States of America opened her door for the Jews to step in. That was how Albert Einstein found himself in the United States of America. Albert Einstein is an advanced soul that came in at the time he came in just to make sure that the earth is not destroyed. He was the one that came up with the E equals to MC squared theory, right? That was used to build the atomic bomb. It was that same bomb that was used to put an end to the world when United States of America launched that bomb in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Now, Albert Einstein said something that the world needs to come together to create peace. He was the one that wrote the papers and the document that brought about, the peace treaty, and how the world can, control the management and usage of the nuclear weapon, atomic bomb, right? So they signed a peace treaty. Reason being that he was scared of what he discovered about that bomb, the limitless destruction that bomb can cause, right? And he said something that I do not know what Third World War will be fought with, but I know that the Fourth World War will be fought with stick and stones. Do you know what the implication of that statement? It means if the Earth, planet Earth, eventually go into a Third World War, that humanity is going to destroy themselves because of the kind of destructive technology we have put in place right now. The nuclear weapon, the atomic weapon, is a destructive technology. When it was released in Hiroshima, humans vaporized. I mean, as of today, the effect and impact of that bomb, radioactive activities are still going place in that place. DNAs were distorted. So that is the reason why humans need peace on planet Earth. We don't need war. Look at what is going on in Israel and Gaza, in the Middle East right now. These are all the starting phase that may gravitate into a world war. Israel launching attack on Iran. Look at what is going on between Russia and Ukraine. Look at the economic crisis going on around the world, right? The world needs peace right now, not war. And the reason why the world today is going through this phase of calamity, confusion, is because the world opened up avenue for weak people, weak leaders. Weak leaders. Weak leaders. Everywhere in the world right now, we have weak leaders. I remember what one of my late mentors said. His name is Stefan Anyu. He said something. He said, hard time creates strong men. Strong men creates good time. Good time creates weak men. And weak men creates hard time. We live in a world of cycle, right? Cyclical nature of things, right? And the world is currently undergoing hard time created by weak men. And at this time, we don't need weak leaders. We need strong leaders to come and fix the destruction created by weak leaders. Morality has been destroyed. Confusion everywhere. United States of America was built by strong moral codes that was developed from the Judeo-Christian moral code of conduct. Right? But today, United States of America has been watered. The morality has been destroyed. I mean, take a look at it. They have taken away all the foundations that held United States of America and made United States of America a strong nation. They've taken it away. The new generations that are coming up right now in the United States of America, they don't know what those strong moral code of conducts are. Little children, the ability of parents to make decisions for their children, little kids, have been taken away from the children. Little children are now allowed to make their own decision at an age where they don't have proper understanding, where they are still dependent on adults and guardians. They are made to choose their own gender. And some of them, after making those decisions in error, they grow up and find out that, oh, this was not really what I wanted. Some of them commit suicide. Don't get me wrong, I'm not against anybody choosing whatever gender you want to choose, right? But at the same time, allow people who still believe in the old proper value system of two significant gender that we all know and we are all born with, which is exhibited in both our physical appearance and biological appearance, right? Allow them to express themselves. You could be whatever you want to be, no problem. But allow people who want to be what they want to be what they want to be. You are not going to tell me I have kids. You are not going to tell me that my kid has to accept this kind of gender without my consent. It's wrong. The school should not impose that. If my kids are coming from a home where the family pray and they believe in God, they believe in a higher creation, they believe in spirituality, they believe in whatever religion they believe, you are not going to tell the children when they get to school not to practice what they believe from home, right? Humans should be allowed to express themselves, right? So long as I'm not imposing my belief system on you, you don't have to believe what I'm talking to you right now. You don't have to believe what I'm telling you, right? But don't impose your system on me. You can believe whatever you want to believe. Yeah, that is you. I don't care. That is the free will. That is a free choice, right? But don't impose your own system on me or your own belief on me. Allow me to practice my belief. Allow me to raise my kids the way I want to raise my kids. You can raise your kids the way you want to raise them, no problem. But allow me to raise my kids the way I want to raise my kids. If my kids are going to make decisions in school, allow me to give a consent to it because they are still little kids. Don't allow my kids to make a decision on gender affiliation without my consent. Because at that age, they can't make decisions for themselves. Right? If my kids choose to pray in school, don't take it away from them. Allow them to pray. Allow them to believe in their religion. Right? Because if you don't have something you look up to, as a spirit being that we are, then you're already lost. Right? The world needs a strong leader. Yes, you could say that Donald Trump has his weaknesses, and yes, so long as you live in this flesh, you are bound to have weaknesses, right? But the truth is this. Hear the truth. God, the Creator, doesn't look at what we exhibit on the flesh. He doesn't look at that weakness. He doesn't see that weakness. Because when God created you, He created a perfect being. Your higher self remains perfect before His sight. And when He's going to look at you, He's not looking at your weaknesses. He's not looking at the fact that you are being bounded by some very weak habits here on this physical realm, right? He knows, yeah. He's not seeing that. What He's seeing is that perfect being, that perfect spirit He created. That is why Donald Trump is the reincarnated Cyrus that was written in the Bible. Mind you, I'm not a religious person, but I'm just trying to bring out some truth here. There is a particular man in the Bible, in Isaiah 45. His name is Cyrus. This particular man was an idol worshiper. He doesn't even know God. He doesn't even know who He is. But because God created him for a purpose and sent him into the planet Earth to fulfill something, a purpose, right? God visited him when he needed someone to go and rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. And when God visited him, this is an idol worshiper who doesn't know God, right? And God called him Cyrus, my anointed. What does that mean? What that statement means is that God looks at the perfect higher self He created and the purpose for which He created that self. He wasn't looking at Cyrus as an idol worshiper. No, those things means nothing to him. As far as Cyrus could be living all kinds of life, sleeping with all kinds of women, committing all kinds of immoral things, right? On earth as a then, because he was a wealthy man, he was rich, right? Marrying several women or concubines, right? But God Those things means nothing to God. God created him, finished him before he came to earth. Before he was born on planet Earth, he was already a finished product for a purpose. And God visited him and called him an idol worshiper. God called him my anointed. He said, you do not know me, but I know you, and I have picked you for this assignment to go and rebuild the wall of Jerusalem. And everything you need to rebuild that wall of Jerusalem, I have placed it on your hand. I will open the secret riches in the belly of the earth and release it unto you, so that you will have resources to rebuild, to complete your assignment. Take it or leave it. Donald Trump is the reincarnated Cyrus, because reincarnation is real. Donald Trump reincarnated as Cyrus, and his purpose is to come and rebuild United States of America. There had been several attempts on him, right, to stop him. But if you look at what is happening around him, there is what is known as divine intervention on him. Divine, yeah. When there was an assassination attempt on him, when that young boy shot at him, do you know what happened? Those with insight, those who are spiritually deep and awakened, understood what happened. You see, when that guy took a shot at Donald Trump, right? The shot was targeted to blow up his head. And any sniper who knows what that means, when you put your target and you see it on your lens, right? Properly targeted, right? It doesn't miss. It doesn't miss. But guess what happened? There was a guardian angel, Donald Trump guardian angel, because divinity was on him to protect him for that assignment which God wants him to do. So when that bullet was released, we live in a world of time, space, and matter, right? So the bullet is already a matter, right? And it's moving through time and space. But in the spirit realm, there is no time, there is no space, there is no matter, right? So a higher being living in the fifth dimension or higher dimension can bend time. A higher being can bend time. So Donald Trump guardian angel living at a higher dimension, because we live in a third dimension, right? This earth is a third dimension, right? Space, time, and matter, right? His guardian angel was able to bend the time, because the bullet moves at the speed of time. But a higher being looking at that bullet will see the bullet moving in a slow motion, very slow motion. All Donald Trump guardian angel did was to, that bullet that was meant to split his head, all he needed to do was to tap Donald Trump this way for the bullet to miss, and the bullet only pierced through his ears, just as evidence to prove the presence of divinity around him. And let me say something. The host of heaven and the creator